Thank you everyone for coming. You hear me? You want a microphone?
Perfect.
Thank you everyone for coming from Brooklyn, Connecticut. We got together today after 11 months after Moe Tawil to have tefillot and mitzvot, berachot, and tehillim, all the Nishmat Grandpa. Also, thank you, Alan, my brother Alan, for putting it together.
Isaac.
And Isaac. Taking care of the catering and everything, and the papers. Thank you very much. This week's parasha we're about to read coming up this Shabbat, Parashat Shemot, deals with the birth of Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu, it's an interesting thing. We call him Rabbeinu. He's a couple thousand, our rabbi. We didn't know him. It was a couple thousand years ago, but we still call him Moshe Rabbeinu because he was the leader of Klal Yisrael, brought us out of Egypt, led us in the Midbar, taught us the Torah, everything we have today. It's not a coincidence that we're gathered here to talk about Grandpa Moe, who also, Grandpa Moe, he was named after Moshe Rabbeinu. He was born on Pesach, and that's why they named him Moshe. So, a little bit about Moshe. So, he was born this week's parasha. Moshe was always met with opposition. Basically, wherever he went, people were trying to kill him. From when he was a little boy, they put him in the river, right? Put him in a whole basket, and he was floating. The guy was watching, and he survived. Daughter of Paro takes him, raises him in Paro's own house. He has to run away from Paro. Paro's trying to kill him. He runs to Midian. It's Moshe. Gets to Midian, and over there, again, they put him in jail. Many years. He finally makes it back to Mitzrayim. Again, they try and kill him. He says, "No, I'm going to take you out of Egypt." The nation, wasn't so interested at the time. So this is Moshe Rabbeinu, always met with opposition. What we don't know, what's less known, is the opposition that he was met with even before he was born. In this week's parasha, if you're going to read, it says, "Vayelech ish mibed Levi, vayikach et bat Levi." A man from the house of Levi, which is Amram, Moshe's father, goes and he takes the daughter of Levi, who is Yocheved, Amram's wife, and they have a son, Moshe. Now it's very confusing. They were married already. They had 2 children. Renewing vows is not like a Jewish thing. So what's with the whole, you're getting married now? You're already married. Why is it saying Amram marries Yocheved? So Hazal tells us there was more background to this story. So Paro's astrologers saw that there was going to be a leader coming from Bnei Israel that was going to take them out, which is very scary for Paro. He's going to lose his entire workforce. And his downfall is going to be with water. So Paro thought of a plan. He said, a great idea. Every baby boy, take him and throw him in the Nile. That way we'll keep our workforce and then everything will be fine. But, right, so what was the result is that Bnei Israel were in panic. What's going to be? Every baby boy that's born gets thrown into the Nile. So Bnei Israel said, they came to their leaders and said, what should we do? How can we reverse such a decree? So their leader at the time was Amram, Moshe's father. It's not a coincidence he had Moshe. He himself was a great man. And he said, everyone should copy me, separate from your wives, no longer have children. It's a terrible thing. They're going to be thrown into the Nile. And he wasn't met, no one argued, all the sages accepted it, all of the judges accepted it, the entire nation did it, and that was it. Until this decree would pass, it's not a good time to have children. There was one person, Miriam, his young daughter, very small, little girl. She came up to her father, I don't know how she had the guts to do it, and she said, wait a second, you're worse than Paro, which is like the equivalent of her calling her father Hitler. What's going on? He said, what's wrong? What did I do wrong? She says, Paro, he didn't care about the girls. Miriam's a girl, so she's thinking, what's going on here? Paro didn't care about the girls. He was only killing the boys. You decided no children at all. There's no girls either. Not only that, Paro said that his decree was, they could be born, then we're going to take care of them. Whereas you're making it that they're not even born, which we're going to see is a different problem. So, as a leader, Amram, what would you do? You have this little girl, everyone agreed to you, everyone was great, the plan was great, it's going great. This little girl comes to you and says, it's not a good idea. He thought about it, and he said, yeah, she's right. So they put out posters everywhere. Amram changed his mind. He was wrong. He went and he renewed his vows. Maybe this is where the concept comes from, I don't know. And he remarried Yocheved, and they had Moshe. But what you see is the tremendous character of Amram. Here you are, you're the leader of Bnei Israel, and you're going to change your mind based on a little girl. Okay, not only that, you told everyone what to do. This is how everyone is, this is what they got used to. That's it. No more kids. It's not a good time. And he came out and said, no, we're going to change it. I know it's what I said, but we're going to try something new. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to change. So this is a tremendous character of Amram. When we talk about our leaders of Bnei Israel, they're not because they're strong, they're not because they're wealthy, they're not because they're very smart, even though they were. It's because of their character and their midot, and they're going to do the right thing, whatever it was. Even though he got his whole court together and they decided to separate, he said, no, we're going to change our minds. I feel this is a midah that we saw in Grandpa Moe a lot. Even in his late age, 90s, 100 years old, he wouldn't hold back from trying something new, starting something else. If you ever saw, we will have a Siddur. We read maybe there's 200 pages, we read 30 of them. So he took those 30, and then in his Qur'an, he had another 20 pages of who knows what that he used to read afterwards. Every day he would add on another page. It was never too late. Even in his old age, 90s, 100s, he was adding on more things to do. He used to have these gorgeous, fine-made Italian suits. He used to be a salesman, so you hold your suitcase. So I don't know, he said his one arm got longer than the other. So he had to have them right. Was it true? Anyone noticed? That's what he told me. So he had to have his suits custom made so that they would fit him. Fine Italian, and he's a certain structure of a person. He had very fancy suits, and one day he says, this is 98, 99 years old. The suits he's been wearing for 60, 70 years, he says, check them for shatnez. Sure, you've been wearing these suits forever. You're going to go say now all of a sudden, you should check them for shatnez? Not a problem. I found something new out. We're going to change, we're going to do it. And a lot of them didn't make the cut, my pun, and he wasn't so happy. Okay, whatever. If anybody remembers, I try not to tell him, but so a lot of them didn't make it, but he accepted. Many other things. He would, all of a sudden one day he told the Shil, okay, dip all the dishes. For a long time there wasn't an awareness of this mitzvah to dip the dishes. He found out, no problem, I'm 100 years old, I've been eating for a very long time on dishes that aren't dipped. Dip the dishes. This is Amram. Okay, we've been doing it like this, not a problem. All of a sudden he comes to me and says he wants pairs of tzitzit. I'm sure he wore tzitzit, by the way, I don't know, but some certain time he wasn't. Give me 3 or 4 or 5 pairs of tzitzit. Okay, I don't think he wore all of them at the same time. That's what he wanted. It wasn't surprising. Grandpa was always taking on new things and changing and trying to be bread on Shabbat. What's that? What? He used to throw it and he stopped? 60, 70 years. Yeah. That was Grandpa. I'll tell you the truth. A lot of people would ask me, what's the minhag? What does Grandpa do? And I said, Grandpa wasn't so crazy about minhag. If he found something out and felt it was right, he did it. That was it. Kaddish. Anybody know, Grandpa was very into every Hazan saying Kaddish. Any Syrian person, if the young boy says Kaddish, they smack him over the head. Grandpa, if you don't say Kaddish, you smack him over the head. That's how we've been doing it for a long time. It didn't matter. What Grandpa thought was right, he did it. Didn't matter how old he was. Didn't matter what he was doing his entire life. He would have a certain bread. I don't know, every motation bag, he would have his little yellow bread with the cheese and the tomato. And he told me one day, he goes, I've always made mizonot. Okay, that means for 100 years he was making mizonot. He goes, I think it's hamotzi. I'm going to make hamotzi. Okay, sure, Grandpa? Yeah, I'm going to do it. And this is what he was. He was never afraid to change and to grow. The Torah says, Lo kam od navi ki Moshe. There never was another navi like Moshe. But the Rambam says, anybody could be as great as Moshe. Anybody. So it's a contradiction. He told me no one's ever going to be like Moshe. And then he said, anybody could be as great as Moshe. The answer is, everyone could be the greatest they could be. Just like Moshe was the greatest he could be, everyone could be the greatest they could be, which is constantly growing and changing, not being afraid to try something new and to grow in spirituality and to take that motivation. We have tons. Filling Grandpa's shoes is hard to do. We have tons to learn from him. I was always thinking how my little kids know Grandpa Moe. Everyone knows him. He was such an amazing person. So one of the lessons we can take from him is just this, what we remember from his last couple of years. It's never too late. I don't know, another thing I was thinking about, he used to play cards. And then at a certain point, he was like a little embarrassed that he was playing cards. I guess he felt he's a very, he has better things to do with his time. He stopped playing cards. He basically sat down and he learned on the table. And, at 99, who changes at 99, 100 years old? Who's thinking, what else can I do? But that was Grandpa. At 100 years old, he lived till 100, 203. What else can I do? What else can I be better? So Be'ezrat Hashem, all the Torah and the Berachot and the Tehillim should all be zechut for Grandpa Moshe ben Yael. We should all learn from him. We should all bring him a lot of na'at and shamayim. Be'ezrat Hashem.
Amen.